Let's make some buttermilk biscuits today. For this recipe, I want you to preheat your oven at 450 degrees Fahrenheit. That's 230 centigrade. I also want you to prepare 2 cups of buttermilk substitute if you can't find it or don't have it. I will add that little clip right now, and you don't have to watch it if you have buttermilk. We're gonna add a tablespoon of white vinegar or lemon juice into a cup measurement. And now we're just gonna complete it to the 1 cup measurement with milk. And we're not gonna touch it. We're not stirring it. We're doing nothing with it. We're gonna let it be for about 5 minutes and you'll see the milk starting to curdle. And that's what we're gonna use. You're gonna need 2 of these for this recipe. I'm going to whisk together 4 cups of all-purpose flour, 2 tablespoons of baking powder, 1 teaspoon of baking soda, and 2 teaspoons of salt. As always, the recipe will be in the description box with grams. We're not gonna start adding 12 tablespoons of very cold butter to this. If you have a food processor, you can do this in the processor. I wanna show you how to do it in case you don't. I'm gonna use my pastry blender for this. If you don't have it, you can use 2 knives. So if you were using knives, this is what you would be doing, cutting in the butter into the flour. The secret here is to try and keep the ingredients cold so that our biscuits are super flaky. We want to work this in until it all resembles like big peas. My butter, I cut it into little cubes like you saw, and I put it in the freezer for a little bit so that it's a little hard, but that's how I want it. I want it really cold. All right, this is done. I said I wanted you for it to resemble peas, a little exaggeration. It's more like coarse crumbs, but make sure you do mix in all of the butter, okay? Don't leave big lumps in there. Now we're gonna add our buttermilk, 2 cups, and it's very cold. So if you made the substitute, you can add it now. Let me show you what it's looking like in the cup. I don't know if you can see it, but it's kind of like little curdled. Perfect. So make sure your buttermilk is really cold. We'll make a well in the middle here and we'll pour it in. Okay, now we don't want to overmix this. We just want all the ingredients to mix in together. No dry spots. So we're gonna use a spoon, a wooden spoon. So no kneading this, okay? If you need to add a little more buttermilk, go ahead. I am going to add an extra tablespoon in here because it's dry. And another one. I am going to put this on a clean counter and we'll finish spreading it. We're gonna flour the counter a little bit. We're gonna finish incorporating all that very carefully without kneading it. And go stretching it out with your fingers. We're not going to use a rolling pin. This is about ½ inch thick, about 1.3 centimeters. If you have a cutter, beautiful. If not, you can use a glass. And I don't want you to work down. I just want you to do a clean cut. I got 14. These are gonna go in the oven for 10 to 12 minutes until they're nicely brown. You'll see they're gonna grow beautiful. Notice that they're very close to each other. They're touching each other, and that's on purpose. I don't want the edges to get crusty, so check it out. Oh, this smells amazing. I put them on the lower rack for 15 minutes and they are ready. Oh, they are nice and flaky. They're still really hot. But look at that. These filled with butter and jam or eggs and bacon or whatever you want. Fried chicken. Delicious. Wow, this is so good. Oh my gosh. Thank you guys for watching. If you haven't subscribed and you would, I'd really appreciate it. Just make sure you click the notification button so that you know when I have videos up. I'll see you soon.